What up, people? Revan the Legend here. Welcome back to Mania Wrestling GM. Let's get it popping. We are here in June. So, we can't get the world title off of Alexei. We're trying, guys. We're trying. But, you know, you got to give the devil his due, alright? We've thrown a lot of people at him, and he's got it done. He's only had a bunch of, like, 1 month feuds. The only person who's actually fought him twice for the title is Pale Rider, but lost both of those, so... Whether Slash Master gets another shot at him, I don't know. We are going to add a blood feud this month. I want to get Aspen and Void. They've had one match against each other. Very good. I want to get that going again. Really like the duo here. So, yep, we're going to put these guys together. And this month we are doing March into Madness. Now, obviously, given the name, you would expect it to be placed in March, but I find that having it right before like our WrestleMania doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the tournament, and the winner of the tournament is going to get a guaranteed world title match within, let's say by the end of the year actually. So the winner of this will get a title match by the end of the year guaranteed. And if that means that we have to use some sort of cards, push bonuses to make it happen, we will. But yeah, the champion, the winner gets a world title shot. It is happening. Which means we're going to have somebody not in the tournament, but who is going to be in a world title match. So there's lots to think about here about how we're going to do it. As far as the tournament, I kind of feel like we want to get people like Iconoclast, Gridiron, Pale Rider. We want to get the big boys in there. So other than the world title match and the tournament, we have a tag title and nothing for the women. Not even skits, like nothing for the women on the card. So let's see what we can do for them on TV, since they're not going to get any spots there on the pay-per-view. So we've got a TV title match here, pay-per-view, sorry, number 1 contenders match, openers match. That's going to be a women's one, but we're going to throw in a bonus women's match, I think. Just to get that, just get them a bit more shine. So we've got a lot of people that have not had a kind of a look in yet. So if we go to, how many upper mids do we have? Is it just Katana and Mercy? Alright, so we're going to go to the ladies mid card. We're just going to try and get some people a little bit of TV time. We're going to throw Emmy in there. We're going to go back to the mid-card. So we've got Ozzy Clark, Autumn and Liberty, Missy Thick. No, because Emmy's a heel, so we won't do that. Pink Champagne, Rip Pistol. Are we struggling for babyface women at the minute? We've got Tempest. We'll throw Tempest in there. It's going to be her debut for us. Openers match. Again, we'll go men on this one. Let's see who we've got. So we've got Catch, who we're trying to build as a cruiserweight contender. Congo Kid has not had much to do. Scuzz has kind of been our job kind of guy. So we'll go men. Don't want to use Charlie because we use Mancini. We'll throw Diablo in there. It's a bit of a dead match, but it gives them some time. You know, perhaps one of them can do something to force their way into our plans. The participant in this mic spot will face the world champion in a tag team match on week 3, and then we'll also face the world champion on March Madness. Same booking technique that we had last month. So the question is, who do we put up against Alexei this time? I mean, I just don't see how we can put Slash Master in there again. I don't think we can. So if we go to main eventers, we've got Pale. We go to upper mids. If we think about, so we've got a feud in mind for Domingo. I want to do Domingo and Samba, a continuation from last month. Gridiron, I was thinking about doing a little thing with Gridiron and Mancini, because we don't do many like top tier versus mid card, and I think it's quite a fun dynamic sometimes to have a bona fide main eventer against someone who's in mid card and just to see what happens. So we've got Gridiron there, obviously Slash Master, Iconoclast. The problem with this is Iconoclast is a heel. But we do need a fresh challenger, so we're going to put the Icon in there. We're throwing him in there. So Iconoclast, for this singles match, I suppose we could go back to the Sambo. If he's, unless he's injured, he might actually be injured. He probably is. We could have actually forced Domingo into the. In fact, why not do that anyway? So we were going Domingo and Sambo, but since Domingo has actually injured Sambo, we're going to use that as leverage to push him into the world title match. Now we treat Domingo as a heel. He's a tweener, his card, so it's going to give us a slightly better rating, but we're kind of treating it as heel versus heel as far as the main event goes. Here, we just got the regular singles. I'm not putting Alexi in anything, just in case he somehow loses and I've got to change everything. So we're not going to do that. If we go Aspen and Void, and then hopefully we can use them a second time. Is it going to let me use their Blood Feud? Right, so we'll have these guys go again. They've had a match last month. We're going to try and give them a slot on the paper. Can we? Is there a slot on the pay-per-view? We might have to do it in the tournament. Winner of this match will face the ladies champion. It should be Mother Mercy. She beats the champion in a non-title match. Who can I put her up against that would make any semblance of sense? I mean, there's no one really, and the problem is if I put them up against somebody and they win. Right, we're going to go Warhawk and Mercy. I just hope we can do something. Brass Knuckles. Backfire chance is 30%. A couple of them have a pass. Backfire chance. Maybe I just let it be. Maybe I just let it be. Okay, we'll run it. Let's hope Mother goes over. We've got TV title match, so should really be Claymore and Mac again. I don't want this title to flip-flop back and forth. I really don't. Oh, they've also seen this recently. I mean, the problem is if we put Clay up against someone who's a bit more low rated and they win, it just really messes up what we're trying to do here. So we don't really have anyone who's a jobber. If we just go for like a semi-decent opener just to give him a win, but then obviously there's the risk if he loses. We're in real trouble. Congo Kid. Okay. I mean, let's just hope that Claymore goes over, because that's going to be a disaster if he doesn't. We're at that part in early game where we don't really have a massive variance of push. Whereas after a while, you'll have a bunch of people who have a higher push than others. We skip all the TV, but we will watch the pay-per-view. Emmy wins her singles match there, which is fine. We're just trying to build up some new people for when, hopefully, Mother Mercy moves out of the world title picture. Win there for Domingo. Not sure what it's going to lead to. Not particularly great match. Scuzzbucket is kind of our jobber guy at the moment. Interview there with Domingo. Void wins the second leg of this feud, so they're currently 1-1. We'll keep pushing that. Mercy wins, so she's going to get her second shot at Katana, winning the last one, but it was non-title. And then Claymore, thank God, has held on to the TV title. So let's claim our financial bonus and move on. Ladies title match. So they've had a singles, they've had a ladder. I think we can keep ramping up the ante here. I think we go steel cage. And then let's add a flavour to it as well, so that's fine. We've also got a ladies tag title match. Again, the division's so slim. I mean, just look at the contenders list. I really want to move Mother Mercy into this division. So the only other thing we can do is kind of create something fresh. We've got Ozzy Clark we don't use very often. We've got Emmy, who's just won actually. But is there anyone we can tag her with that makes a lot of sense? Let's go to bad and just see who we have. Missy Thick, I want to keep aside. Hardbody has been one of our more prominent female performers this year. Not a lot of synergy there, but we'll book it. Let's see what happens. Pay-per-view and #1 contenders match for the tag titles. Kinda has to be the overnights. So I think we just do overnights. And you would have thought that we would go with the specialists unless one of them is injured. They're not on the list. Slashmaster and Claymore, that's not a team that we're trying to use. We can throw tier 1 in there. I assume that one of the specialists must be injured. Let's give them their cards. That's fine. Book that. I wonder how overnights react to losing the titles. Because losing to tier 1 would be kind of a shock, considering how dominant they were as champions. Mid-carders only. Let's just see what we have. I'm going to go to men. So we've got Aspen, who we're saving for another match. Mancini I want to use. I kind of want to do Mancini and Domingo, but I don't think Domingo is a mid-carder. He's going to be an upper mid. We've got Jin there. We could run this kind of a bit of a nothing mid-card match. If Charlie wins though, I think we are going to move him into a feud. Who did I have Charlie with? I was thinking about Gridiron actually. I was thinking of doing Charlie and Gridiron as your like main eventer versus mid-carder, or something a bit different. For skits, I mean, we're going to let Slashmaster get a bit of TV time. He's come back, tried to win the world title, didn't work. What do we do with him now is the question. So, this is an excellent show if you ask me. I'm very happy with this. Mike Spot has to be the champion. Let's just put him up against... I just want to give him a regular kind of... we'll do a wrestler brag. That makes more sense, actually. Add some merch. So obviously we've got the March to Madness tournament going on. We haven't really done much to highlight the people who are going to be in it. We've not done anything as far as like qualifiers go. So maybe that's something I should look at next week. Mancini actually loses to Flores. So that kind of hurts the idea of doing Gridiron and Mancini. Slashmaster does his thing. Tier 1. See, the overnights have dropped the belts and now have lost again. So this is 2 matches in a row. We've got Alexi doing his thing. Wow, women's title. The women's title have changed. Okay, so we've got Destiny and Hardbody, new women's tag team champions. And Mercy's won the title back. Katana has lost 2 in a row to Mercy, dropping the belt. I mean, we'll probably give Katana next month. I've got to keep in mind next month is the Summer Smash, so maybe we'll do Mercy, Katana, Summer Smash, big blow off, last chance. If Katana loses, we move on. If she wins, we'll see what happens. So here we go. So we've got March into Madness. Lots going on here. Let's just book the last week of TV first. Right. So not a lot to choose from here. Let's get the Cruiserweight title done. So we wanted to do Chester and Catch, which we booked last week. Diablo won on TV, but it's Hill versus Hill. We're going to give Catch one more opportunity, I think. Regular wrestling match. Let's see what happens. If Catch loses, we move him out, move someone else in. I'm thinking about the tournament now. So people who I would want to have in there, Gridiron, Iconoclast is already locked into the title match. So we're looking at like Gridiron, Domingo, Pale Rider, and then people opposite them. I would like to do Aspen and Void within the tournament as well. Mike Spots should probably be the women's champion, I think, because she doesn't have a match on the pay-per-view. So I think give her the mic, like the least that we can do. Skit I'll save until I've booked this. So we do have some other feuds that we want to keep percolating, trying to give them at least one match a month, just to keep them in the mind's eye. Obviously, Sambo Smoke versus Domingo we want to do. I don't know how long Sambo is out for. I'll probably check after this week's TV. Jack Tracker versus Mad Manson. We've done once. I want to do that again. So let's find... We've got Manson. And I need to find Jack. There you are. So we'll run this back. A bit of a slow burner there. And then we have the tag team match, which is going to be Domingo. Why is it Domingo? I thought I did Iconoclast. Oh, sorry. Oh my god, I'm forgetting my own booking. I only did it a minute ago. Domingo put out Smoke, so he got the title match. I'm with you. I got it. I did it myself. What's wrong with me? Freaking idiot over here. Right. Alexi. We had Alexi and Mac, which was actually quite nice. Kind of works nicely. Mac is not available though. Domingo, there's not really anyone that we've paired him up with. We could go Aspen and Void. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense within the confines of the feud. Maybe we just go Claymore. We don't really have anyone who's kind of affiliated with Monstro. I mean, Jimmy's just got a pretty big win over Mancini. Let's give him a spotlight. It's a bit random. I do admit it's a little bit random, but we're kind of working with what we got at the moment. As far as the skit goes, we're going to do another dramatic promo. We're going to find another loner to work this one. Loner. Who have we got? We got Mancini, who's just had a big loss. Pendragon, Tempest, Warhawk. Anyone with a particularly strong mic? Let's give Tempest a go. She's come in. She's lost. So a bit of mic time. Let the audience get to know her. Fill this up. Obviously, we'll skip this final television, and then we will show you the pay-per-view. So sell all and starts. Right, let's see what happens. So Mercy does her thing. Tracker gets the win back. We've gone 50-50 booking again. Tempest with a promo. Wow, the baby faces. That is technically the first time Alexi has lost ever. Wow, that's big. Wow, I was not expecting that. First time he's lost, and Chester with another title retention, which makes me happy. Makes me very, very happy when titles are retained. Let's click on the show to... This is the show where... Oh, wow. Glitter has dropped the TV title. He was a double champ. He had the TV title and the world title last time I checked. He's retained the world. Alright, he's got one of them. He's got one of them. I don't know who he was facing, but he's got one of them. Right, let's move on to the pay-per-view. Here we go. Whoa, right. So we can pick the match type for the semi-finals and the final. Ooh, that's interesting. I feel like a little Iron Man match for the final. Right, world title match. Alexi, Domingo. Give them the flavor, and this is their second time facing each other, but I still think a regular singles match makes the most sense. So we'll leave that there. Tournament finals, I definitely want to have a Iron Man if possible. I mean, that's a way to finish out a tournament, especially when the prize is a world title match. I'm going to leave the semis and the rounds as normal. Then we've got the tag team title match. We're going to go paper chasers, and it's actually going to be tier 1 up against them. You got to feel for the overnights, you know? Unbeaten for 4 months and then lose 2 in a row. It happens. It's what happens, you know? Right, that's done there. Right, so let's think about people that we must have here. Pale Rider has had a pretty strong year. Needs to be in there. Again, let's click on contenders. Iconoclast. So we've had a big feud with Iconoclast and Pale. So if we have them opposite each other in the brackets, they could possibly meet in the semis, which I quite like. I'm trying to think, who else do we definitely need to have? None of those guys I would have said. Mac, Europa, Tracker, okay. So let's just do it this way then instead. We'll go to main event talent, upper mid talent. So we definitely want to have Grid, and I think we want to have Slash. So if we go Grid here, and then we'll go Slash there, give him a chance. It means we can't do Void and Aspen though. But I suppose it's fine. Their feud makes more sense to be on a regular match rather than a tournament match. So now let's just go feel who's going to be opposite. So we want a Hill to go up against Pale. Mancini's had a good year so far. Mac's done his thing as well. Obviously Void we're kind of keeping aside. Let's throw Mac in there. Yeah, let's throw Mac in there. Iconoclast we need a babyface to go up against. We could put Aspen and Void in there. Let's just see if anyone makes a bit more sense. Catcher's done his thing. Tracker is kind of in his own feud. We've got Jin and Marvello. Do you know, it kind of has to be... Aspen, I think. So we'll book that. And then we'll have Void go up against Gridiron. Because, you know, by some miracle, if these two win, they will meet in the semis. And then finally, we've got Slash Master, who can kind of go up against anyone. Let's just go... I think we've done all our upper mid, so let's go mid-card. See if anyone jumps out as, like, particularly deserving. Mancini's had a good year. Chester's the current Cruiserweight Champion. Claymore. Claymore, to be fair, is probably the most deserving out of all of these. I think it has to be Claymore. And they also tagged up last month, so a bit of history, synergy, you know. Makes a lot of sense to me. That's all fine. Let's fill out the merch. And then we'll just go like a regular kind of arena. Like last time we went to the Slaughterhouse. Let's just try, we'll go Canada, that's perfect. Right, we get to watch it. Oh, I'm excited. Let me adjust, I'm ready. Bring it! Right, Mac versus Pale. Pale Rider has been one of the top baby faces of the year. Has not been able to beat Alexi, but did technically win his feud with Iconoclast. They had about 3 or 4 matches. Iconoclast won the majority of them, but Pale won at the pay-per-view. So one of those feuds where there wasn't really a loser per se, you know, but very happy with Pale's stuff. Meet Your Maker. Big, what was that? Jumping pile driver, let's go. Right, Mac is gone. Right, Iconoclast against the underdog Aspen here. If Iconoclast wins, then it means we get another round of that rivalry that he had with Pale Rider. Nice back suplex there by Aspen. Probably not going to be enough to pin the big man, though. Nice standard drop kick. No one's gone to the outside yet. Okay, suplex. We'll call that a head scissors of some sort. You're not going to pin Aspen. The man's got the force. He's got the force. All right, they're just chopping. What's this? Gunther and Sheamus going on over here. All right, Aspen's happy. You need to go to the top rope there. You're a flyer. You got to hit something big. Oh my God, Aspen has just beat Iconoclast. Woo-hoo-hoo. Wow, we've got now Void versus Gridiron. If Void wins here, our ranking is just messed up. All kind of messed up. That's big for Aspen. And it means that we could probably circle round to an Aspen Iconoclast feud using this as the catalyst. So, very happy with that result. Throws him in. We've got Summer Smash coming up, so we need some big stuff there. Canadian Destroyer there by Gridiron. This would be crazy if Void wins, honestly. It just means that there's something wrong with my push bonuses, you know? They're not pushing enough. Alright, Gridiron. Off the ropes. Big clothesline. He's hyped. Again! Again, like a Spanish fly? A standard Spanish fly or something? Right. Hits him with the blind side. He's done. Gridiron goes through. So Aspen is the only upset so far. This one here, you've got Claymore, who's probably been like our second best babyface of the year so far. Has been mostly in the TV title picture, but started the year challenging for the world title. Or in and around it, let's say. So this would be a big win for Slash, especially to rebuild him. But if Claymore were to win... You gotta think, we're halfway through the year. When you start thinking about who's like the babyface of the year, who's the heel of the year. As far as babyface of the year, I think Claymore's the one with the biggest shout at the moment. Okay, drop kick. We were hoping Slash was going to come out from the cold and take the world title. It's not happened. Damn, man, that man's hitting a swanton. Okay, big elbow drop. Gravedigger, he went up to the top 3 times. Nice to see Slash get a big win, though. Right. Tag title, we've got the Paper Chasers versus Tier 1. I mean, Paper Chasers have just won the belts, so ideally I'd like them to hold them here. But Tier 1 have they've been a bit unfortunate, let's say, to be fair, with their booking. I'm a big fan of both of them. I was thinking about just doing singles with the two guys, but we don't have a very deep tag team division at the moment. Richie Billions sending him off the ropes. I was literally about to say we've had nobody go to the outside yet, and then there happens. Pendragon and Richie. Avery's. This is what they did to win the last time. Okay, big back body drop. Here comes Donnie. Are they going to be transitional champions, or can they retain? Big shoulder block. 7th sin. That's how they won the belts last time. That's big. Big for the Paper Chasers. I'm very happy that the belt has been retained. Now we've got something interesting. Pell Rider versus the underdog Aspen. Now, I really tried to build up Aspen from the jump. He didn't win his first few matches, and we've had to rebuild him. Even getting this far is an achievement, but if he goes over here, that'd be crazy. Okay, big running spear there by Ryder. Ooh, Brainbuster. It's starting to look a bit one-sided here. Yeah. Meteor Maker. Aspen, a great showing in the tournament, but Pell Rider goes through to the final. The question is, who's he going to face? I gotta say, the idea of Ryder and Slash Kind of fills me with a little bit of joy. I kind of like that idea. We've got Gridiron here. Slashmaster, I really want... Just because of his history, I kind of want to see Slashmaster do well. Canadian Destroyer again. Drop kick for Slash. Ooh, Power Driver. We're going to go near full. Again. I'm pretty sure Gridiron's finisher is off the rope, so we need to look out for that. We saw Slash hit his finisher off the top rope, so I don't know if he has multiple or if that's what they... That was a tombstone! He's off the top. Just an elbow drop. And another one. 2 count. Okay, Gridiron. He's off the ropes. No. They're teasing it. Off the top. Canadian Destroyer off the top! And he's done him. Blindside tackle. Blindside sack. Sorry. I'm too English. Right, Gridiron goes through to the finals. Was Gridiron versus Pale Rider. Both have been beaten by the champion in title matches. So, very interesting. Lexi Monstro versus Domingo. Domingo's had one opportunity at the title. Was unable to win. But he's definitely one of our biggest stars. Let's see what happens here. Running Bulldog. Let's call that a sort of a power bomb. Drop kick by Alexi off the ropes. Kind of a running Bulldog. Going for the near fall. Domingo, a little bit of a back suplex. Kind of a, we'll call it a stalling vertical suplex. Elbow drop and a quick cover. Alright, we're looking for the Russian interference to finish it off for Alexi. Oh, look like a Hurricanrana. There it is, Russian interference. He retains again. My God, how dominant has he been? And then here we go, the final of the tournament, Iron Man match. Winner of this match gets a guaranteed world title shot by the end of the year. Okay, to the outside. Both of these men have faced and fallen to Alexi, so it'll be very interesting to see who gets the winner. I kind of would like to see Pale Rider win, just because his battles with Alexi were at the start of the year, and there's been about 4 months since then. Gridiron has been dominant though. Back suplex. Alright, gonna go for a near fall. Running drop kick. He's hyped. DDT. Meet your maker. Pale Rider is the winner of the March into Madness tournament. Big. Very big. So he beat Mac Aspin with the upset win over Iconoclast, which I think we do Icon versus Aspin somewhere down the line. Obviously, we want to blow off Aspin and Void, which we'll probably try and do at Summer Smash. But then I think this could be next after that. In fact, we could have him be involved in the finish of that match. Gridiron over Void. Slashmaster beats Claymore, which is big. He needed a win. Tag titles stayed the same, which is absolutely fine. Big win here, but a good showing for Aspin. Gridiron goes over Slash. World title was retained. Wow. So an injured Pale Rider, but a winner nonetheless. So we'll keep that. We'll claim that. Thank you very much. People, thank you very much for watching. Our next one is our Summer Smash. This is our Summer Slam. Big show. We're going to try to look at possibly getting Gridiron into the thing, but he's going to have to probably win a #1 contenders match to get there. So let's see what happens. People, thank you very much for watching Rev the Legend. See you again. Peace.